First of all, congratulations. Kudos for such a wonderful arc of issues, Sarah. Thank you for support of the arts. This is an incredibly important thing to invest in. And welcome. I'm so excited to see the next steps. And major shout outs to everybody behind the scenes. As someone who occasionally is behind the scenes on other things, I know just how much work goes into that, or maybe not quite just how much work goes into that. So hi everybody, I'm M. Frost is my pen name. You can call me Megan. I use a pen name to separate the work I do with bugs from the work I do with words. It is June, and I have a little pride. So I'm actually going to start with a haiku from my most recent chapbook, The Women of Myth. I want you to envision a cake. Two wax maidens. In the realm of a candle, shadows couple. Okay, so now for the misplaced, please turn your hymnal to page 82. It is a shape poem. So I sometimes have a little fun with shape poems, and so this one has shapes like Tetris, and so I'm going to read each shape as a stanza, and then I'll read it again left to right, ignoring the shapes. The misplaced. Such small things can sink a poem. Period in lieu of a noun, semicolon, displaced, M dash too long for the intended break. How to scrabble back from this precipice of vocabulary. The poem is not about the poem, oft predictable Tetris of words. A poem is a shape your mind makes when you nudge it into place. I'll read it again, left to right. The misplaced. Such small things can sink a poem. Period in lieu of a noun, semicolon, displaced. M dash too long for the intended break. How to scrabble back from this. The poem is not about the poem. Precipice of oft predictable vocabulary. Tetris of words. A poem is a shape your mind makes when you nudge it into place. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now you have a choice, because I brought two long poems about conservation. You can either choose the award-nominated poem about the end of the dinosaurs, or you can hear the poem about when the power went out. So who wants When the Power Went Out? Who wants Dinosaur Apocalypse? Okay, all right. I can do both. All right. I'm going to start with dinosaurs. I was going to do that, yes. This is Pterosaur, and in keeping with the shape poem theme, this is also a shape poem. So if you have a device and want to quickly search for Frost, Pterosaur, it's Pterosaur, and Strange Horizons, you can actually look at it. So this is Pterosaur. 1. Quetzalcoatlus ventral view mounted on platform, just to give you a preview. A reptile is kin to bird, at times named after one, given a wingspan estimated at 10 m or more, bodies as big as planes, convergent evolution among vertebrates that soar on updrafts of warm air. Winged Quetzalcoatl, sister to wind, I found a version etched in stone, stunning fossil of human imagination. But the pterosaur is real, or was. Skeleton turned to stone by the writhing countenance of time. Fleeced skin stretched over articulated bones combined from many beasts to form a deity inhabiting the scientist's mind. As if in that hidden landscape of primordial palms, a feathered serpent could stretch fibers in the membrane of a wing to take flight. 2, late Cretaceous. And this is when it all ends. The sky is on fire, scarlet feathers trailing a glowing orb on the horizon. The rumble so deep it resonates in bone. First the flash, then the shock. Those that fly will fall out of the sky, and the world will choke on ash, while the broken stone beyond the rim, the ridged wings of Chicxulub's impact, slowly erode into drowned doors, cenotes that open to gods. 3, here you get the gods. The serpent god. When the serpent god returned to Tenochtitlan, the sky was full of flame, temples burned, the cauldron of Lake Texcoco boiled to salt. When the god left, brilliant birds flew before him. 4, the flying dragon. Her plumage adorns the heads of men who consider themselves divine. Quetzal, checkbox on my life list. The bird dwells in cloud forests. I climbed mountains, listened to wind, but could not spot her. Bright medicine for souls who find joy in the mythic. She forages for berries and frogs, depends on breeding holes in dead trees, incubating new life from a dark passage. If I close my eyes, I can see her, pipping the world shell to emerge from the crater flames have made from a rotted nest of ancestry. The membrane of her wing lifts, blue veins visible beneath a parchment of skin. Her beak parts, gapes so wide, she devours legends. I know it's hard to know when long poems end. Okay, this is Conservatory. This is when the power went out. Oh, this was published in Camas, like 2 decades ago. Conservatory. 1. When the transformer blew, you noticed at first disquiet, too much for the ear, wax melting, cat breathing, noise of liquid in your throat. You noticed a wounded silence, what remains after you strip away the overtones of power, complete symphony you never realized you could hear. 2. What if you lived whole days like this, bathing in the cold music of mountain water, cracking wood to burn for heat, falling asleep to the dimming hum of fireflies? What if your language could be wind and bird, earth and ant, children as they dart through coffee fields, their feet a reckless staccato? You could spend a month this way and not hear the voice of soil the way corn does. 3. You notice, after such long quiet, the moan of the great machine shuddering on, the noise of its anger breaking forth, its terrible light unleashed, its buzzing sun drowning the black. But later, what you remember is the darkness. What you take away is its self-transformation, the pressure of the moment before the power returned, a heavy stillness, that cold, redeeming seed from your short night of conservation. Thank you.